What is up, everybody? We are live with Investor Thrive. It's Real Estate Nate, and I got my man Hayes knows the way.
Hayes knows the ways. Let's get it done today.
We're basically going to talk about today, guys, how to analyze properties right now in a declining market, because it's extremely important for you guys to know that you cannot use comps from a year ago, 2 years ago, even 90 days ago. Yes, sort of. But I mean, with interest rates that have been changing and the property values going down, you got to comp a little bit differently right now. So that's what we want to talk about. And Sean, what is this call brought to you by?
This call is brought to us by BatchLeads.
BatchLeads.
Click the link below. We have a link for you. 5,000 free records. If you join a free trial, it's for 7 days. And if you're looking to pull quality data to get quality deals, then you've come to the right place. BatchLeads. Come on down.
Come on down. Let's get it. Sean, why is it so important to comp deals a little bit differently than people normally have been for the last little while?
It's a great question, Nate. There's a lot of reasons why. I think the most important one is that if you're going to wholesale it and you're going to look for the data, you need to come up with a number, right, that you need to offer. And if you don't even know what it's worth, how are you going to backtrack your way into your max allowable offer if you don't know? So that's really important. And then, of course, is if you're going to buy it, right, then you definitely don't want to be looking at data from, like Nate said, year ago, 6 months, 3 months ago is probably about as far out as you want to go.
Let's just dive right into it. How do you value properties now? Well, what you have to do, because you can't, if there's not enough data on sold comps that's recent within the last 30, 35 days, 60 days, you have to go off of what's selling, right? You have to go off of what's listed, what's active, right? So, how do we do that using Batch? Well, it's pretty simple, guys. Let's go right into it.
So, man, that's a small town, Nate. Where are we at?
So I want to show someone really quick. So there's a lead. I went to college out in Rexburg, Idaho, and I know no one's really ever probably even heard of Rexburg, Idaho, but it's a poppin' place. Rexburg is right here, and it's got, a lot of good investment properties because it's a college town. Right here's Idaho Falls, and then later on is Pocatello. So if you don't know Eastern Idaho, you're probably like, dude, there's no deals out here. But there's a lot of good investment opportunities. And basically, I have a deal right here. There it is. That's the house. And she's like, hey, we're looking at some comps, according to the comps recently in the area, like that sold in the last year, the house is worth this. And I'm calling her and letting her know. I've already told her this, but I'm like, hey, it's not really worth that right now because of the changing in the interest rate. So what you can do with Batch is you just search the address and you mark it with the boundary area and you can see what's active. And guys, this is a very small town and there's a lot of active properties, right? So
absolutely,
such a small town, the active is green. So for me as an investor, I'm like, of course, this is a small town, so I'm going to tell her, hey, look, I just don't feel comfortable investing in this area. But, according to this, there's quite a few active properties that aren't moving that quick. And you can click on, let's go to this one that's at 130. So her house is, because I've looked at this before, her house is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath as well, 900 square feet. This is 720 square feet. So you can go to the details, and this one is actively listed for 130,000 according to this. But then you got to determine if it's a legit comp. This is a mobile home and it doesn't look terrible, but it's not necessarily the same comp because it's
and it didn't even look to be like it was in a foundation. It's before 1975, so a bank wouldn't even lend on it.
Right.
It's not a comp at all.
Yeah. Right, but you would use this somewhat to basically like help you determine the value, right? So
yeah, for sure.
It's selling. Okay, so hers is over here. So let's see.
And so how much, Nate? How much were you ballpark? What's she asking?
She wanted 220 or 230 cash.
Okay.
And I told her, I'm gonna have to be around 150. And I just reached out to her the other day. I've been.
What can you buy in that town right now? What's for sale that's under that number that she's asking?
Under 220?
Yeah. I mean, you're an investor, right? What else can you get for 220?
Let's look. I meant for sale right now at the moment. It doesn't look like much is under 220, but you also have to look. Hers is a 2-1.
Right.
This one, let's look at this one. This is a 3-1, 1,129 square feet. Let's take a look at it, right? But then you also have to determine how long has this been on the market.
Yes.
It's been just sitting there. Look at this. This has been on the market since 11, 10, 20. This is actually 21 because I know I've looked at this. So this house, these people are just sitting hoping someone will buy this piece of trash, and they're not moving off of their listing price. All right, let's see if she answers the phone.
If she doesn't, she's getting the double, triple, quadruple dial for Saturday morning.
Oh, brother.
But wait a minute. It's what time is it over there for her?
Oh shoot, I forgot I'm on the East Coast, so it's
light her up, bro. Don't
light
her up. Light her up.
She might be ready, brother. Let's give it a shot. Can you hear that ringing, Sean?
I can hear it beautifully.
Crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
Hi, you've reached the Utah Blitz Women's Football Team.
Oh, good.
Do it again.
Oh, guys, we're getting a call from our girl. Okay, guys, this is it. Hello?
Hi.
Jennifer, how you doing? This is Nathan.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Jennifer, I want to apologize. I don't know if I called you too early. Did I wake you up?
No, I was actually in a meeting room. So.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I didn't know if I woke you up. Hey, another thing I want to apologize for is I know I haven't reached out to you in a while. It's just I've been extremely busy with work, and we got some flips going on, so I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no, that's okay.
So, Jennifer, do you have about five minutes or 10 minutes to chat?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So about the property, I mean, last time we talked, I was kind of gave you an idea of where I was thinking we would be around. Did you get a chance to talk to your family, your husband about it?
Yeah, and that's going to be too low on that.
Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, I know I offered you what I felt like was, something we could do. Have you since we last talked, have you, what other options have you looked at? Have you talked to other investors, thought about listing it?
No, I haven't talked to anyone. We're just going to list it. My husband wants to list it.
Okay. You're listing it. Do you know when you're going to pull the trigger on that?
Well, I need to get stuff cleaned out. So, probably in the next week or two.
Okay.
We'd like to do that. So
gotcha. Yeah. So I basically, this is the reason I was calling you is because, right now, I don't know if you follow the real estate market too much, but it's the interest rates are causing properties values to go down, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And, I personally, I was looking at it, if I were going to buy it, if we agreed on that price or around that price, I wasn't sure if I felt 100% confident investing in that area because you know how it is. It's going to be a little harder to, resell the properties. But I actually have a couple investors that I know in Rexburg and Idaho Falls in that area that, I could potentially reach out to and say, hey guys, would you be interested in going on, this property on this project? So it's just not me, right? So I'm not just, doing it by myself. But I wanted to see if that would be an option that, you'd be okay with if I could, reach out to them and see if they'd be interested in flipping the house with me. I wanted to check on and see if you'd be cool with that.
I'll get back to you.
Like I said, once you text me back, if you give me the okay, I'll send that over to your email and we can just continue. And like I said, it's just a 7-day period. I'm not tying you up for, a month or months.
Okay.
Thanks, Jennifer.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
I ran on this before this call and about 170, I think the ARV of the property. Let's just look at it one last time. So I think this house, the 2-1, it's 1,000 square feet. And if you look at what houses are selling for right now in this area, again, we're not going to go to solds because that's not useful. But this property right here is a 3-1. It's about 1,000 square feet, right? 129 square feet bigger than hers. And mine was a 2-1, right?
Yep.
So this one is the year 1900, right? Super old. And it's outdated. Hers is not that bad. I actually have a video. So this has been on the market for so long. So I don't think it's a legit comp at 300,000, but I believe hers is worth about 250. So I really believe it's worth 250. So I'm going to type it in our wholesaling calculator. I'd have to find someone in Rexburg or someone that would want a rental in that area. So I think this house is worth about 250. I offered her 170, 1,000 square feet, and she showed me a video. She said it's not that outdated.
Yeah, it actually didn't look bad when we looked at it last time, didn't you? I think we did. We looked at it together.
Let's actually look at it. I have a video right here.
Small
Here it is,
town.
brother.
Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. So they got the LPV on the floor. I mean, they went ahead and slapped some granite on some old countertops, or on some old cabinets. That's okay.
Flooring doesn't look bad.
Yeah, the LPVs seems like it's in okay shape.
It's just outdated.
Yeah, I mean it needs some TLC, you know, some new doors, some new knobs, some new lights, fixtures, right? But again, you're in a smaller, more rural area. Cleanly, you know, having a nice AC unit or whatever, right? I mean, the the way you would do a flip here is not the same way you do a flip, you know.
I mean, to be honest, this is clean. Like, I think if you just clean the house out, it looks good.
Yeah.
I think the house probably needs about 10,000. It's not, I mean, you're not going to do a full blown rehab in this area. You might even just want a rental in this area and see what rents go for. But, you're going to list it. We have connections. So listing commissions will probably just be 3% for us in that area. So if we got it at 170 and wanted to make a wholesale fee of $15,000, the flipper, if he flipped it, got it 170, paid us 15, put 10 into it, paid all the holding costs, he'd make $34,000 in 4 months, and we'd make 15. So if we decided to just flip this ourselves instead of wholesaling it, we'd make about 49. Now, I think that's pretty conservative. 250 is the ARV, considering, it's not, that bad of an, the other homes in the area that are above this.
I think that's some other pictures, right? There was some other stuff too, that not in that video. Like it's not that bad of shape. So yeah, I mean, normally guys, we say overestimate when it comes to rehab, but
let's overestimate then. So even at 20K, if we wanted to make $10,000, most flippers want to make 10 to 12% of the ARV on their flips. So this would hit right in the off
10 to 12% gross return on the sale price of the property, right? So that would be 250,000 times 0.1. That gives you 25,000. So that pencils. That is what you call a deal that pencils.
But the problem is it's so rural. Someone might be like, look, it's more.
I need 20%.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I am curious. I don't know if Batch will let us know, but what rents are going for in this area. Usually it does. It's estimated rent 788. I don't think that'd be like the greatest return. I mean, if you get on terms, it would be sick, right?
It'd be great on terms, but yeah, definitely not straight cash.
So again, guys, we usually don't waste. I don't want to say waste. We don't put this much time into property like this. I'm just showing you an example of how to, comp properties the right way, use an option to purchase agreement, and negotiate with the seller. I originally offered her 150 and she wasn't willing to do that, but she's probably open at 170. Give me 7 days. I'll find someone. And if I don't, and then let's say I found someone 165, I'd say, hey, I found someone 160. Obviously they're going to pay me. So don't worry about it. But this is what I can do to get it done. And if she says no, then list it, and it's going to sit on the market for a couple months.
Never give up, ladies and gentlemen. Go back and make your offer again if they do it. Don't give up. Represent your offer. This is the Jerry Norton special. You keep calling and say, my offer's still good. You remember that 155 I sent you 4 months ago? It's still good. That's the beauty of making an offer that is a deal. That if it doesn't sell, you're confident. You can always go back and hey, it's still good at that number. I'm still good.
Right.
So make offers that you can stand up on and feel good about.
Yeah. And you want to get something down so you make some money up front from the person that you sell it to on a lease option or a wrap. You want money. That's how you make money. Okay, this is the next question. I love it. Keep the questions coming. And Sean, hey, if you got to go, Sean, I ain't going to be mad. I know we've taken a
I do have to leave in a second, but let's see. How do you make sure the seller makes the mortgage payments when you are making payments to the seller? Servicing, yes. There's
company, yes. You can either use a servicing company or you can get the seller's login information to pay their mortgage, and you can pay it directly for them, like at their login, which we've done before. So anyway, guys, that kind of pretty much wraps it up for today. I wanted to let you guys know those are what I wanted to talk about. It's been a long conversation. Thanks for tuning in. But anyway, guys, in today's market with the declining prices that are going on, you want to use if you can use sold data if it's relevant, right? If it's within the last couple 30 days, 35, 40, 60. But if you go a year, 6 months, it's not going to be relevant. So you got to use selling data. And if you're not sure and you don't want to lock up a seller where you're not sure you can get it done because it's rural, you don't know the area, use an option to purchase agreement. People use them all the time. Don't die on that. Don't live and die by that sword, because sellers want consistency, and they want you to be sure. They want you to be confident. So don't use that all the time. but use it where you feel needed. Okay. All right, guys, have a great Saturday. And thanks for tuning in. And by the way, this call has been brought to you by BatchLeads. If you haven't tried them out, you need to try them. We use them in our business all the time. You get a 7-day free trial, and we will catch you later. Peace out.